the weakest in this list? Let's actually break this down because there's somebody in here getting their cheeks violated, and I already know the comments about to be a war zone. First off,
Zoro?
if you say Zoro is the weakest, you are actually out of your damn mind. This nigga fights with a
Sword in his mouth.
and still cooks people. Y'all don't need to learn to stop playing with my boy. Marielena is not the weakest either. She literally fights like she wants to die and still wins. You gotta be built different to even be in this conversation. But I'm not gonna lie. Crocodile, my nigga? This nigga lost a pre-time skip Luffy getting punched with water, bro.
Water.
I'm just saying. Then we got Frieza. Whoever even thinks that he's the weakest needs to log out. This nigga casually deletes planets for fun. Do I need to say more? Madara? This nigga pulled up to a war and asked, do you want these clothes to use Susanoo or not? He is not the weakest. This nigga's a menace. Now, Biru? I know half y'all don't even know who this is, so y'all gonna pick him just to be safe. I don't blame you because I have no idea who this is either. Tenpachi though? This nigga fights with one eye basically closed just to make it fair. The moment he takes off that patch, it's over for somebody. Superman. I already know some of y'all gonna say that he's overrated. But little do y'all know this nigga can hear your opinion from space and show up immediately. Relax. Now Sukuna. This sick, demented, twisted son of a bitch would literally smile while ruining your entire existence. I'm not picking him either. So if we're being real, if somebody had to be the weakest, I'm low-key looking at Crocodile. I'm just saying, bro, don't get mad at me, argue with your mother. Who takes the worst beatdowns out of these four? Invincible, Vegeta, Spidey, and Mojo Jojo.
Let me tell y'all something.
If you're not saying Invincible, you are lying to yourself. Vegeta gets beat up, but this nigga signed up for it. And I ain't gonna lie, my boy Spidey gets done dirty too. But he suffers emotionally, rent due, girlfriend problems, life in shambles, but physically, he's still getting back up talking crazy. But this nigga right here is low-key a fraud from what I've seen. Every fight this man is in looks like a live-action crime scene. I'm talking teeth missing, bones shattered, organs filing for unemployment. Every time he gets into a fight, this nigga gets beat to a pulp. Half his battles end with him looking like he just got hit by a truck twice. But Mojo Jojo, this nigga gets done the worst. I'm gonna be real. Look at the way the nigga's eyeballs is coming out of his socket. He's over here pleading and begging for mercy. And what do? They jump his ass and leave him like this in a cell. A jail cell on top of that. And I seen this pose, mature and realizing Mojo Jojo is the victim. He came first before these fucking children. And look how they do him. This nigga can't go 5 seconds in his own crib without the Powerpuff Girls coming up and jumping him. Like, look at this shit. Brains splattered all over the floor.
How is this a children's show?
I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I think it's between these two that take the worst beatings out of these four. Put all these Batman in one city together and tell me why this wouldn't turn into the most terrifying 48 hours in human history. First off, Lego Batman isn't dying. This nigga survives purely because the universe thinks he's funny. And also, it's just no way he can die. You could drop a nuke on Gotham and this nigga will walk out unscathed. Now, Battinson, this motherfucker's stalking everybody.
This nigga's a D1 detective.
And the crazy thing is, you're not even fighting him. You're gonna be hearing heavy breathing from a dark alley for 3 hours straight. Now, Arkham Batman, this nigga's a menace. Everybody knows the story with this motherfucker. This is the one Batman where criminals genuinely look terrifying after surviving him. This nigga punches his spine one time and that shit is a downloadable DLC. Now, after Batman, yeah, somebody's getting ran over.
Worst Batman, by the way.
This nigga actually kills people. The last time I checked, didn't he point a flamethrower at somebody and explode them? That's all I need to say. Nigga fights like he got unpaid taxes and child support.
Bitch, please.
But honestly, the final 3 surviving are definitely Arkham Batman, Batfleck, and Animated Batman. He somehow survives in his little gods with the grappling hook and pure audacity. And you already know, Battinson and Bale Batman would have the most awkward interaction ever. Just 45 seconds of emo silence. But if I'm putting money on one surviving at the end, Arkham Batman. This nigga has a stealth, gadgets, combat, experience, and enough fear toxic exposure to probably see demons already. You're not beating a Batman that casually fights 40 criminals a night and still has the time to solve riddler puzzles before breakfast. How far can Nightwing and Red Hood go if they come one by one? Okay, first off, level 1, Black Widow and Hawkeye? I'm sorry, Marvel fans, but Dick Grayson is moving through them like a side quest. Nightwing alone is already one of the best martial artists in DC. Batman himself has said Nightwing could surpass him
one day.
Hawkeye's dangerous at range, sure, but once Nightwing closes the gap, it's over, my nigga. Level 2 though, Daredevil and Punisher, here's where it gets nasty. Punisher's a problem here because Jason Todd and Frank Castle are literally 2 angry dads with guns and trauma competing to see who violates the Geneva Convention first. But Daredevil is different. Match reaction speed is insane. This nigga hears your heartbeat change before you throw a punch. Nightwing for sure beats the brakes off a Punisher. But against Daredevil, that fight is extremely close. But I'm giving Nightwing a slight edge because of agility and acrobatics. Now level 3, Bucky and Captain America. My nigga, there's gonna be an ambulance getting called. Here's what people fail to realize. Both these niggas are super soldiers. Bucky's got the cybernetic arm, military training, assassin instinct. This is where Red Hood stops, for sure. Nightwing might push Cap to a high div fight because Dick is genuinely getting cracked. But beating Cap consistently, I don't see it. But we gotta talk about level 4 real quick.
Because Spider-Man and Black Panther?
Spider-Man alone is horrifying when he's serious. People forget Peter holds back constantly. Dude can dodge bullets, stop trains, bench press building, and Black Panther has Vibranium plus one of the smartest minds on Earth. So with all being said and done, they're not getting past level 3, or if they gracefully do somehow, they're not getting past both Spider-Man and Black Panther. How far can Invincible go if they come one by one? Level 1.
Hawkeye!
I'm not sorry for saying this, but this nigga's getting erased. Listen, Hawkeye can be dope, but Mark has fought Giant Kaiju, Reanimate, Viltrumite, and survived getting punched through buildings. Hawkeye's strongest ability is having good aim and a divorce haircut. Invincible speed blitzes him before Clint even pulls an arrow out of the damn quiver. Level 2 Captain America. Cap is stronger, faster, and smarter than Hawkeye, obviously, but comic and show Invincible is still on another level physically. Steve's shield might save him for a few seconds, but once Mark realizes Cap won't stay down, this nigga's getting turned into Captain Closed Casket. Level 3 Iron Man. Now here's where we gotta fight. Because Tony is dangerous for one reason, adaptability. If this is standard MCU Iron Man suits, Invincible probably still wins after a brutal fight. Mark is way stronger physically and his raw durability is insane. But if Tony has prep time and access to his craziest nanotech suits, bro might actually make Mark sweat. Tony's biggest advantage is range, strategy, and spamming weapons from a distance while flying. But eventually, I ain't gonna lie, Mark probably overwhelms him. Level 4. Now this is where shit gets crazy. And also it depends which Hulk. If it's regular MCU Hulk,
Mark is beating the dog shit
out of him. But if we're talking comic Hulk logic, World Breaker Hulk, Immortal Hulk,
Mark is fucked.
this nigga can walk outside and every step he takes creates a hole in the fucking earth. Also, Hulk's whole thing is getting stronger the angrier he gets. And Invincible fights like a crackhead with trauma. And he keeps punching until the other person dies. But that strategy against this Hulk is literally the worst possible option. He's not getting past Hulk, but if he somehow does by a graceful miracle, let's talk about the final boss. People forget, this nigga fights God, Celestial level threat, World Serpent, and Cosmic Beam. MCU Thor alone would push Invincible to the edge, but comic Thor, my brother in Christ, Invincible is becoming was Invincible. This nigga is not getting past level 4. I'm sorry, but there's no way in hell. How far can Metro go if they come one by one? Metro Man might secretly be one of the most overpowered characters in fiction, and people don't talk about it enough. Man. I'm sorry, Invincible fans. Your goat is getting folded like a launcher at a family barbecue. Metro Man literally moves so fast that
time looked frozen.
This nigga had an entire existential crisis.
Walked around the city,
Read books, ate food, and came back before the laser even finished firing. That is disrespectful speed. Level 2 is Thragg. Okay, now we're getting a little bit serious. Thragg is basically Omni-Man after developers unlocked hard mode. This nigga was ripping Vulture Mites apart barehanded, fighting while flying through the sun. That's grown man terrifying just hearing his name. This nigga don't play fair. But honestly, I still think Metro Man edges him out because the speed difference is absolutely disgusting. Thragg is stronger physically. But how do you expect to hit a dude moving like he downloaded Ultra Instinct from the App Store? We can go ahead and skip level 3 only because Thragg is stronger than Shazam and we know that this nigga would clear him. So on to level 4.
Sentry
This man,
is a huge problem.
Comic Sentry, is one of those characters where Marvel writers were clearly bored and started typing nonsense. This man has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns.
What does that even mean?
The Void alone is a nightmare fuel. Molecular manipulation, insane regeneration, reality-breaking power. This is probably where Metro Man finally starts struggling bad. Because speed is amazing, but Sentry is the type of dude that gets turned into atoms and comes back still talking shit. But I just want to talk about Comic Superman. Comic Superman is literally what happens when power scaling becomes a mental illness. This nigga sneezed away solar system, lifted infinite weights,
Punch through dimensions,
outran death itself. Metro Man will put up a crazy fight because of what? Insane speed feats? But eventually Superman turns the fight into a sponsored event called Respectfully Ending Your Career. So yeah, Metro Man destroys Omni-Man, beats Thragg after an insane fight, probably stops at Sentry depending on the version, and Comic Superman is absolutely the final boss. What would you do? First off, being a demon and fighting Spawn?
do y'all know who Spawn is?
This nigga literally fights armies from heaven and hell at the same time. Comic Spawn was out here violating demons, angels, Satan himself, and people still think they got a chance against him because they got horns and glowing eyes. You pull up as a demon thinking you're tough, and this nigga's chains are already around your neck before the intro music finishes. Bro would turn you into a Halloween decoration so fucking quick. Now let's talk about being a Jedi and fighting Darth Vader.
Absolute fucking not.
Especially comic Darth Vader. Live action Vader is already terrifying enough. Rogue One Vader was basically a horror movie villain with the lightsaber. But comic Vader? This man was dragging ships out the sky with the Force while breathing like an industrial air fryer. And the worst part is Vader doesn't even rust. He walks at you slowly like your death is already scheduled in the calendar. I don't think y'all know that this nigga will make your lungs stop working from Force choking you across the damn room. Batman is the only one where there's a tiny loophole. Because if you're an assassin, you don't have to run the fade head on. You can maybe, I don't know, snipe him, poison him, or catch him off guard. But then again, this is Batman we're talking about. You'd probably line up the shot and this nigga would say, you really thought I didn't know you were there? Then your hospital bill's gonna start sounding like the Avengers theme song. Now the conquest option. This is a public execution.
Because let me tell y'all something.
This nigga was being Invincible like he owed him his life. Invincible is a Viltrumite. This second shit was smiling with his teeth missing. Half his face gone, talking about this is fun.
Bitch, please.
Nothing about this is fun. This nigga fights like a retired WWE wrestler mixed with a nuclear missile. So honestly, the only option you have that even gives you the smallest microscopic chance of survival is being an assassin fighting Batman. And even that sounds terrible because technically Batman is human. So
It's a big if.
if you catch him lacking, maybe you'll win. But this is also the same dude that got contingency plans for the Justice League. Good luck, my nigga. Bro, Captain America is not making it to Wolverine. Y'all gotta stop treating Steve Rogers like he is the manager of planet Earth. First up, Daredevil. I'm sorry, Matt, I love you, but Steve Rogers is basically what happens when the military maxes out every stat in a video game. And this nigga is carrying a vibranium frisbee that violates the laws of physics every 5 seconds. Daredevil's getting folded. I'm sorry. Next is Punisher. Frank Castle is dangerous if you're a random criminal. But against Captain America, my brother in Christ, your superpower is owning a lot of guns. Steve fought aliens,
Robots,
assassins, and a purple dude built like a refrigerator. Cap wins this and probably lectures Frank about his anger issues afterwards. And then comes Winter Soldier Soldier, and now we're talking. This fight is basically two best friends trying to give each other permanent CTE. Bucky's metal arm is ridiculous. He's got the skill, the experience, and he knows Steve better than anybody else. But we've literally seen Cap beat him before. Then we go and hit Shang-Chi if he passes the Winter Soldier. This is where the bald eagle starts sweating. People sleep on Shang-Chi because he doesn't fly around shooting lasers out of his eyeballs. This nigga was boxing assassins before most Marvel heroes learned how to throw a punch. But Shang-Chi has the 10 rings. My nigga, just forget it. Unfortunately, my goat is getting launched into another zip code. And if by some miracle Steve gets through that, Wolverine will be waiting. Honestly, all I gotta say is 2 words. Healing factor. How do you beat a man whose hobby is getting stabbed? This man has adamantium claws. A healing factor, the emotional stability of a lit firecracker. Steve can win a few rounds for sure. Maybe even dominate parts of the fight. But eventually, Wolverine turns Captain America into a limited edition collectible. So here's my answer. Cap clears Daredevil, Punisher, and a Winter Soldier, but stops at Shang-Chi. And Wolverine never even has to clock in. Woo-wee, Homelander fans about to hate me for this one. How far can Homelander go?
First of all, he is clearing this nigga Hawkeye.
Unless he somehow pulls out the arrow of plot convenience, Homelander's turning this man into a statistic. 1 laser beam and Marvel's best archers getting sent to the respawn screen. Level 2, Batman. Now before the Batman fans start typing 900 paragraphs in the comments, we're talking no prep time. Random encounter? Homelander clear. Batman with prep time somehow has a contingency plan for God, taxes, and your expired car warranty. But if Homelander catches him lacking in an alley,
it's raps, my nigga.
now level 3, we gotta talk about Immortal because he will beat the living dog shit out of Homelander. See, Immortal isn't some street level hero. This nigga regularly throws hands with Viltrumites. He survived getting ripped apart.
Punch through buildings.
And keeps coming back like that one guy who keeps texting his ex after she blocked him. Homelander gonna think he the strongest man alive until Immortal grabs him by the cape and starts introducing his face to every building in the city. And if somehow he gets by Immortal, he's not getting past Omni-Man. Brother.
Did y'all watch Invincible?
Omni-Man. Yes, this Omni-Man turned an entire superhero team into a true crime documentary in like 5 minutes. Homelander would hit Nolan with his strongest punch, and Nolan would look at him like this the same way you look at a toddler who just challenged Mike Tyson. Then there's Superman, the final boss.
Weak.
Homelander doesn't beat Superman. This nigga turns into a life lesson. That fight would end so freaking quick. So to wrap this up, Hawkeye easily dies, Batman dies, Homelander stops at Immortal, gets obliterated by Omni-Man, and Superman isn't even remotely fair. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments. If somebody put a gun in my head and said pick a city to be a criminal in, I'm choosing Bloodhaven so fast it's not even funny. We gotta be real for a second. Everybody sees Gotham and thinks, oh, Batman doesn't kill, I'll be fine.
Kill? My nigga, kill!
Batman might not kill you, but this nigga gonna break 17 bones, hang you upside down from a gargoyle, and make you rethink your entire career path before breakfast. And Gotham itself is worse. Imagine trying to rob a convenience store, right? And the Joker suddenly decides that today's theme is
Chemical Warfare Tuesday.
absolutely not. Then we got New York.
Hell no.
Spider-Man alone is bad enough. But what happens when your robbery accidentally takes place on the same day that the Avengers are fighting aliens? You start your morning stealing a purse and end your afternoon getting hit by debris from an alien invasion. That's a terrible work environment. Now we got Hell's Kitchen. This man Daredevil is basically a human lie detector. You can't even whisper, I think I'm gonna commit a crime, without this man hearing it from 3 blocks away. If I had a choice to run into either him or Batman, my nigga, I'm sorry and I might seem crazy to say this, I gotta go with Daredevil. Cause one thing about this nigga Daredevil is he does forgiveness
and he shows mercy.
This man Batman don't give a flying fuck. Which now we're left with Bloodhaven. Nightwing is still gonna catch you. But don't get me wrong, compared to Batman, Daredevil, in the entire Marvel population of New York, Nightwing feels like HR. He'll beat you up,
Tell you how disappointed he is.
and hand you over to the cops. So yeah, if I have to be a thug, give me Bloodhaven. Because New York is a death sentence, Hell's Kitchen is impossible, Gotham is a full-blown nightmare, and Bloodhaven is the only place where I might survive long enough to update my resume. This gauntlet is way harder than people think. But don't get it twisted, Wallbreaker Hulk is still a demon here. Abomination at level 1
It's fried, my nigga.
I'm sorry, bro. Abomination is basically Hulk's angry DLC skin. He would hit this nigga so hard his origin story would reset. Do y'all understand the power level this nigga holds? That fight would last 12 seconds
Max.
Okay, let's step it up a notch. Level 2 is Battle Beast. Battle Beast is one of the most savage characters in Invincible.
Listen to me.
This nigga was fighting while his organs were basically falling out and still wanted smoke. But honestly, Wallbreaker Hulk is just too overwhelming. Battle Beast would definitely get some insane hits in. Maybe even make Hulk angrier, which is the worst possible thing you could do. Level 3 Juggernaut, and honestly, this is where people get confused. Because Juggernaut, okay, is stupidly broken depending on the version. Juggernaut's whole thing is mystical power and being almost unstoppable.
Once he gets moving.
But Wallbreaker Hulk has fought through hacks before. And honestly, I think Hulk eventually wins through sheer rage and power escalation. This fight would look like 2 natural disasters punching each other through dimension. Now, Thanos, hear me out. This ain't gonna be like Infinity War, okay? No Infinity Gauntlet? Hulk can absolutely push him to the edge. But don't get it twisted. Thanos is terrifying because he's not just strong, dude.
This nigga is smart as hell.
And depending on the version, Thanos probably stops Hulk here more times than not. Especially if he starts using cosmic abilities and not just throwing hands. Ooh, wait, then you got the final boss, Darkseid. Yeah, nah, bro. True Darkseid is different. This is a multiversal nightmare wearing armor. Omega Beam, reality manipulation, resistance, erasure. This nigga looks at planets the way we look at food menus. I don't think y'all understand the words coming out of my mouth. Wallbreaker Hulk absolutely bulldozes the first 2, has a legendary fight with Juggernaut, possibly loses to Thanos, and definitely stops that Darkseid. How far can Saitama go if they come one by one? Level 1 is Homelander. Somebody call Vaught and tell them to pack it up
Right fucking now!
Homelander talks all that I'm a god nonsense until Saitama sneezes in his direction and accidentally turns him into tomato soup. Then we got Thragg at level 2, and this is way worse than Omni-Man. Thragg is basically what happens when Viltrumite stop playing around completely. Look at the way this nigga has him by his neck.
Just sunning him.
This man was ripping through elite Viltrumites like they were background NPCs, fighting battle beasts for days straight, surviving insane damage, and moving like an absolute demon the entire time. And honestly, Thragg probably gives Saitama a better fight than Homelander and Omni-Man combined. Now, level 3 is Sentry, and we gotta talk about him. This nigga is actually horrified, and let me explain why. Bro has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, has ripped gods apart. Hell, he's even fought Worldbreaker Hulk, and the void personality inside of him is genuinely a fucking nightmare. The scary part is Saitama usually fights dudes who rely on raw power, but Sentry is different because this nigga can straight up manipulate energy, regenerate, and come back after getting destroyed. That is a scary matchup. But at the same time, Saitama's whole gimmick is literally breaking limits. Level 4, we gotta talk about Metro Man real quick. Metro Man is low-key one of the most broken animated characters ever. People forget. This man moves so fast that time basically looks frozen. And the scary part, we barely even know his limit because Metro Man was never trying. Dude was casually dodging everything while bored out of his mind. But honestly, I still Saitama eventually wins because Metro Man doesn't really have the feats to put Saitama down permanently. Now let's talk about the real nigga here, the final boss Superman. Comic Superman has done things that genuinely sound fake. Lifting infinite weights, punching through dimensions, mind you. And on top of that, went blow for blow with Doomsday. At some point, DC writers just started giving this man church camp counselor powers from God himself. I think Saitama finally stops at the final boss, but I'm not gonna lie, if one decides to keep scaling Saitama the way he's been doing, give it another manga arc and this bald dude might start punching the author's neck. These type of questions be digging in me. How far can Battle Beast go? Okay, first of all, level 1 is Colossus.
So let me tell you something.
Battle Beast dog walks him, and I love Colossus. But we're talking about a dude who casually fights Viltrumites for fun. Battle Beast is out here treating city level heroes like warm-up exercises at Planet Fitness. And don't get me wrong, Colossus is durable, but Battle Beast would literally rip his arms off and use them like drumsticks. Then we got level 2, the Thing. This is where shit gets interesting because Ben Grimm got them hands. This nigga went blow for blow with the Hulk. Dude has survived Hulk level beatings and keeps getting back up like he forgot the fight ended. But I ain't gonna lie, Battle Beast is too fast, way too savage, and way more brutal. The Thing would absolutely make him bleed, but Battle Beast still wins after a hard fight. Level 3 is Abomination. Abomination is basically Hulk with less morality and way more hatred. Bro is strong enough to fold tanks, eat missiles to the face, and keep swinging like nothing happened. But the thing with Battle Beast, this nigga loves fighting monsters stronger than him. That is literally his hobby. The problem for Abomination is that Battle Beast is smarter in combat, faster, and way more skill. Abomination is raw rage, Battle Beast is controlled violence. Level 4.
The fucking Juggernaut.
Juggernaut is basically a freight train blessed by a demon god. Once this man gets moving,
Good luck stopping him.
even the Hulk struggles with the Juggernaut. Thor struggles with Juggernaut. Correct me if I'm wrong. Battle Beast would definitely hurt him because he's relentless, but the second Juggernaut starts charging, yeah, this nigga is getting turned into roadkill. And if somehow Battle Beast gets past Juggernaut, do you really think he's getting past Worldbreaker Hulk?
Hell to the fuck no.
Worldbreaker Hulk was literally shaking planets just by existing. The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. And Battle Beast's whole fighting style is making people angrier. That is the last and the worst possible thing you want to do against this man. So realistically, Battle Beast clears level 1, 2, and 3 and stops hard at Juggernaut. And even if he somehow sneaks past him, Worldbreaker Hulk is ending the run immediately. Negotiate, betray, run from, and serve.
Nigga, huh?
First off, I'm negotiating with Thragg. And yeah, I know that sounds insane because this dude casually treats planets like it's fast food, but hear me out. Thragg is actually logical. If you're useful, intelligent, loyal, and not annoying, there's a real chance he might let you live. You gotta approach him like a job interview. No sudden movement, no joke, and no eye contact longer than 2 seconds. Next to betray, I gotta go with Homelander, and this shit is risky. But honestly, this might be the most survivable betrayal here because Homelander is emotional. His ego is gigantic. If you manipulate him right, then try a little bit, tell him that he is the greatest hero alive, there's a small chance he spares you because he wants validation more than revenge. Plus, unlike the Viltrumites, this nigga gets distracted by milk and Twitter comments. Run from the Joker?
Absolutely fucking not.
The scariest thing about Joker isn't power, it's unpredictability. You can't calculate insanity. Batman, the world's greatest detective, still struggles dealing with this clown-ass nigga. You could successfully hide from Joker for 6 months, then open your fridge and somehow he's inside waiting for you with the bomb and a knock-knock joke. And finally, serving Conquest. And honestly, this sounds horrible, but if you're already serving him, that means he currently has no reason to kill you. Conquest doesn't care about mind games like Joker. He doesn't care about approval like Homelander. And unlike Thragg, he's not constantly analyzing your work. Conquest just wants violence. So as long as you stay useful and don't betray him, you might survive longer than expected. But with this
Megalomaniacal, sick, twisted asshole.
you could do everything right and still die because he thought it'd be funny. So my final list is negotiate with Thragg, betray Homelander, run like hell from the Joker, and serve Conquest. How far does Thragg go if they come one by one? Level 1, Batman. I'm sorry, Batman fans, but y'all gonna hate me for saying this. Unless Batman gets 6 months of prep time, 10 contingency plans, a mother box, 3 Green Lantern rings, and the scriptwriter on speed dial, Thragg turns him into a cautionary tale in about 3 seconds. Batman is
Fine.
level 2, Aquaman. Aquaman's dead-ass a monster. People forget this nigga wrestles sea gods, lifts absurd amounts of weight. He can trade blows with heavy hitters in DC. But Thragg has fought warriors who can fly across planets and punch through armies. Aquaman gon' put up a fight, don't get me wrong. But Thragg still wins, I say medium difficulty. Level 3 Wonder Woman. Y'all gotta put some respect on my queen. Wonder Woman is faster, more skilled, has magical weapons, has fought beings that make Viltrumites look normal. The lasso, the sword, and the bracelet. She has answers for almost everything. But if we're talking average comic Wonder Woman and not some crazy cosmic version, I actually think Thragg can pull this off after an absolutely brutal fight. He's stronger than almost anything Diana has faced physically. And his durability is disgusting. Thragg barely survives and advances. Level 4 the Flash.
This nigga's not getting past him.
If Flash fights like Flash, 2 words.
It's over.
We're talking about a guy that can move faster than thought, phase through matter, steel, speed, and literally punch with absurd amounts of force. Thragg can't hit what he can't touch, it's simple. And even
If
Thragg somehow gets past Flash, the final boss is Superman. Yeah, no. Superman is stronger, way faster, more durable, and has feats that completely dwarf anything we've seen from Viltrumites. Thragg is a D1 menace. Superman is a natural disaster wearing a cape. The final verdict, Thragg gets past level 1 with ease. Level 2 and 3 he struggles. He didn't get past the Flash. But if somehow Flash jogs, Superman ends the run immediately. Would you rather be a kaiju and fight Godzilla, be a god and fight Kratos, be Spider-Man and hunt down Carnage, or be a demon and fight Doomslayer? Listen, the people that would pick Godzilla,
are you insane?
do y'all realize that Godzilla's atomic breath has turned entire monsters
Into ash, my nigga?
You're not fighting some giant lizard. You're fighting a walking natural disaster with anger issues. And then some of y'all gonna pick Kratos.
Why?
Kratos literally wakes up in the morning and accidentally kills God. His entire career is basically, oh, you're immortal?
Boom!
Dies anyway. The second you introduce yourself, he's already ripping your health bar apart. And don't get me started on Spartan's Rage. That's a whole separate video. Then we got Doomslayer. Bro, if you're a demon fighting Doomslayer, you might as well just start writing obituary immediately. Demons don't hear Doomslayer coming and think,
We got this.
they hear him coming and start updating their resume. Hell itself is terrified of this nigga. Which leaves being a Spider-Man and hunting down Carnage. Now don't get me wrong, Carnage is an absolute
Fucking psychopath.
He's stronger than Spider-Man, crazier than Joker, and somehow makes every situation worse. But Spider-Man has actually beaten Carnage before, multiple times. There is a weakness, there is a strategy, there is at least a chance. Meanwhile, the other 3 options are basically
Congratulations, you've selected a slower death.
So give me, be a Spider-Man and hunt down Carnage. Because if I'm choosing between a tiny chance of survival and getting folded by Godzilla,
Kratos.
or Doomslayer, as crazy as it sounds, I'm taking the only option when my funeral isn't already scheduled. Being a Spider-Man and hunting down Carnage is the only answer. Name a character who can defeat this squad easily. This might be the most unfair team I've ever seen. You got Saitama, the dude whose entire gimmick is ending fights with 1 punch. Then you got Sentry, Marvel's walking nuclear disaster who can regenerate from basically anything and casually manipulate matter. Then we got Metro Man, who moves so fast that an entire existential crisis looks like a lunch break. And just when you think it can't get any worse, they throw in Cosmic Armor Superman.
What?
Do y'all realize how ridiculous Cosmic Armor Superman is? This isn't regular Superman. No! This man was literally created to fight threats that exist beyond entire universes and stories. At that point, you're not fighting a superhero anymore, you're fighting the comic book itself. So who can beat all 4, you may ask? Honestly, I'm about to go deep in my bag for this, but the presence from DC. Because once Cosmic Armor Superman is on the team, strength don't matter anymore.
Speed don't matter.
Hack doesn't matter. You need somebody who sits above the entire cosmology. The presence could literally look at the squad, decide they no longer exist, and go back to whatever cosmic gods do on their lunch break. And if you want a Marvel answer, God Emperor Doom deserves a mention too. This is the version of Doom who stole the powers of the Beyonder and literally reshaped the Marvel multiverse into Battle World. And on top of that, ripped the spine out of Thanos. We're talking about a dude who was casually rewriting reality, deleting people from existence, and controlling entire universes like they were pieces on a chessboard, my nigga. Now, would he definitely be Cosmic Armor Superman? That's where cosmic fans are gonna start a civil war in the comics. But he's one of the very few Marvel characters that can at least be mentioned in the same breath as a squad this broken. And that's the crazy part. A team with Saitama, Sentry, Metro Man, and Cosmic Armor Superman is so broken that the only answers left are characters who are basically the creators of reality itself. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Kill, betray, run from, and serve.
This shit again?
Here's what I'm doing. First off, I'm killing the D. Listen here, bro is basically a walking liability. Hear me out. Every time he's on screen, something embarrassing always happens. Compared to everybody else here, he's by far the easiest target. Sorry, Deep, you're getting packed up first. Next, and I know this gonna sound crazy, but I'm betraying Homelander. This sounds insane, but if Homelander trusts you enough for you to betray him, that means you're close to him. And if you're close to him, maybe
Just maybe.
you got a chance to disappear before he realizes what happened. It's still a terrible idea, don't get me wrong, but it's the least impossible option. Next, I'm running like hell
I mean, haul assing.
from Butcher. And this is where people are gonna disagree. Butcher is one of the most dangerous people in the boys universe because he never lets things go. If this nigga decides you're a problem, he'll spend months tracking you down.
Am I correct?
Homelander might laser you instantly. Butcher will ruin your entire life first. He'll find your friends,
Yo, family?
your job, your routine, literally everything. The scariest part isn't that he's the strongest person here.
Because because he's not.
The scary part is that he's determined. This dude went to war with little superheroes and refused to back down.
That is GOAT shit.
Which leaves serving Soldier Boy. And honestly, that is the safest option here. Soldier Boy is a douchebag, but compared to Homelander, he's way more predictable. Do your job, stay out of his way.
Don't annoy him.
And you've got a decent chance of surviving. So my final answer is kill the Deep, betray Homelander,
Run like black people in horror movies from Butcher.
and serve Soldier Boy. What would you do? Be Billy Butcher and fight Homelander, be a demon and fight Spawn, be Invincible and fight Conquest, or be a Jedi and fight Darth Vader? Honestly, I'm taking Darth Vader, and before Star Wars fans start typing, hear me out. Billy Butcher fighting Homelander sounds cool until you remember Homelander can literally laser you in half before you finish saying oi.
Then you got Spawn.
If you're a random demon and fighting Spawn, you're basically showing up to your own execution. This man has wiped out armies from hell, embarrassed demons, and fought beings way beyond anything a normal demon could handle. Now let's talk about Conquest's trifling ass. People forget how insane this fight was. Invincible didn't just lose. He got turned into a human punching bag.
The nigga is pleading and begging for him to stop.
Conquest beat Mark so badly that most superheroes would have died 10 times over before the fight even started. That leaves Darth Vader. Now don't get me wrong,
Vader is fucking scary.
the definition of aura. The Force, lightsaber mastery, decades of combat experience. The other three options are basically guaranteed hospital bills.
Or a funeral.
So yeah, go ahead and give me the goddamn lightsaber.
But let me cook, nigga.
If I'm already a Jedi, at least I have trained Force ability and an actual chance to outsmart him and beat him. Because I'd rather get Force choked by Darth Vader than get introduced to Conquest Fist, Spawn's chains, or Homelander's heat vision. What would you do? Be Billy Butcher and fight Homelander, be a demon and fight Spawn, be Invincible and fight Conquest, or be a Jedi and fight Darth Vader? Honestly, I'm taking Darth Vader, and before Star Wars fans start typing, hear me out. Billy Butcher fighting Homelander sounds cool until you remember Homelander can literally laser you in half before you finish saying oi.
Then you got Spawn.
If you're a random demon and fighting Spawn, you're basically showing up to your own execution. This man has wiped out armies from hell, embarrassed demons, and fought beings way beyond anything a normal demon could handle. Now let's talk about Conquest's trifling ass. People forget how insane this fight was. Invincible didn't just lose. He got turned into a human punching bag.
The nigga is pleading and begging for him to stop.
Conquest beat Mark so badly that most superheroes would have died 10 times over before the fight even started. That leaves Darth Vader. Now don't get me wrong,
Vader is fucking scary.
the definition of aura. The Force, lightsaber mastery, decades of combat experience. The other three options are basically guaranteed hospital bills.
Or a funeral.
So yeah, go ahead and give me the goddamn lightsaber.
But let me cook, nigga.
If I'm already a Jedi, at least I have trained Force ability and an actual chance to outsmart him and beat him. Because I'd rather get Force choked by Darth Vader than get introduced to Conquest Fist, Spawn's chains, or Homelander's heat vision.